emergency location to 55555. A member of our destination will respond and address your concerns immediately. And don't forget about our Wildlife Giveaway Day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free hot dog while we're there. Hey fans, there are still select tickets available for upcoming Cavalier games. Don't miss your chance to join us for all the fun. Just stop by our ticket booth or visit us online for more information. Don't miss out on any Cavalier home games this season.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. And tonight, we'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
We've seen it already this season, and P has an elevated intent to win. Anytime he's matched up against one of the league's power teams. You know what? He loves these kind of challenges.
And I don't expect him to hold anything back tonight. With the success they've had in these tough games lately, he's going to go all out to keep building that momentum.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got James, so Williams out there, and it's Kennedy in at the 3 spot. Here's Wells. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
And James throws it down.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Now here's Wells. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Floats one, and that one's good. Strother.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Pass to Wells. Here's Cisse. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They are on a phenomenal run right now. 16 consecutive wins.
There's a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
Pass to Keith. Inside, Duran, and Duran slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
James misses.
And that miss makes them 4 of 5 to start this one. Not a bad start.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Off with the layup.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the 3. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's James outside. Sinks the triple. James has got 10 points in the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Keith's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
To the left side wing. 3-pointer. A 3-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
From deep, James. They get the rebound. That one goes in.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Keith from the arc. And James pulls it down. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. The 3. Again, James missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Drills the three-pointer.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Cavaliers trailing. Here is Keith. 5 points in the game. Pass to Reynolds. Here is Keith. There's the triple. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He scored an amazing number of points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. Incredible effort on his part, and we'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Pass to Wells. Cleveland moving the ball around to stop the run. Keith's shot is good. Keith's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Kept alive. And here's James outside. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Reynolds. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The 9-foot shot. That one off the back iron and out.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Strother grabs the miss.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple. He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Keith with a screen on James. Down low. Here's Reynolds. The layup off target. The Thunder leading by 6. Takes the 3. And down it goes. 3-pointer falls in from James. James has got 21 in the game. Cavaliers shooting 47% from the field to start things off. To the paint. Keith's shot is good. Keith's got 12 points in the game.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Here's James. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Here's Keith. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 15.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally. I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
To the inside, Cisse. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Keith, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Holmgren. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Oklahoma City?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, how about the way they decimated the opposition on the offensive glass, getting an impressive number of second chance points.
And Cleveland making a change here. Podziemski's checked in. 50 seconds left to play in the first. Here is Keith. 17 points in the game. To the middle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
Morant dishes to James. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Now Podziemski. 9-point game his last outing. There's the pick. To the left wing. Here's Keith. And the rejection by James. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's Keith. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points up at the end of the period. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific 3-point shooting display. We'll return shortly. Checked in for the Cavaliers.
Get him, MP. Your time.
On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 15-6 run. So for Oklahoma City right now, Williams is out there with James. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Strother in at the shooting guard. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Williams, a screen on Keith. Pass to Strother. Podziemski with it. He has yet to score. Here's Jones. The Thunder pull it in. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. James outside. Beyond the arc. That one doesn't drop.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
And Duren slams it in.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
James right side. To the paint. Stolen by Jones. Pushing it up. Podziemski with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
And as soon as they got the steal, it was off to the races. This is the aggressive mindset that the coaching staff encourages them to maintain.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
A bad attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. James banked in off the glass. James has got 37.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Here is Keith. 19 points in the game. Misses from close range. And here is James. Williams, a screen on Keith. Pass to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder, another three.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Cleveland. They still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
And checking out the Thunder, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
5 on the clock. Pass to Keith from outside the arc. Thunder with the rebound. Williams has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Kicks it out to James. Here's Kennedy. He's got 5. Shoots over Wells. Kennedy can't hit.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Latrey in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
To the wing right side. Wells wide open. And it falls over the rim and in. Wells has got 9.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
From deep, James. That shot, no good.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. For 3. The shot that time. Not on target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Keith for the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. James has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. That one goes. Count it. James has got 7 points here in this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Here's Reynolds. Here's Keith. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's James outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's Oklahoma City feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Oklahoma.
They've imposed their will on the glass, getting all the 50-50 balls and maybe even a few 20-80 balls.
Love the activity. Don't just say you want to win. Prove it and get it.
And now let's take a moment. And that about wraps it up.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
They've got Jalen Duren. Reynolds is out there with Keefe. Then there's Wells. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Keefe's shot is good. Keefe's got 26.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll. Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Reynolds passes to Keefe, and there's the drive. Williams with the block. It's 2-on-1. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by James. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night. Pass to Wells. They set the pick. Now, here's Duren. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pulls from the top of the key. The shot by Wells, no good.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Kennedy, out of bounds. Cleveland will... take possession. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, the San Antonio and the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of.
The previous play is under review.
With new camera angles, much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Launches a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. James against Keefe. Duren with the screen on James. Here's Keefe. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Strother. Yes! It's James picking up the assist. James has got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Keefe. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Keith's got 7 points for the quarter.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Back to James. Launches it. And the Thunder another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Keith missing. And so James will bring it up for the Thunder. They host the Spurs after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Kennedy. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put it.
Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Williams. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just...
Changing it up here. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Tatum against Morant. Jones kicks to Wells. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Wells has got 12 in the game.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Cleveland's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Pass to Pajemski. Wells with it. Now Tatum. 3 on the clock. Fires from the wing. Shot by Pajemski, no good. On offense, here are the Thunder. Holmgren with it. James outside. To the inside. Pass to Holmgren. Tatum against Morant. Over Tatum. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Jones, the pass to Tatum. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Outside, James. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. James has got 53.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Out left to the wing. Now here's Wells. James defending. Wells' shot is good.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Oklahoma City going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got John Morant, Chet Holmgren out there with James. And it's Rose. James outside. Holmgren sets the screen for James. Back to Morant. Inside. And here's Rose outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Cavaliers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Pass to Jones, lets it go from deep. And James pulls it down. James has got 11 rebounds in the game. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Over in the corner, Rose. There's the pick. To the inside. The 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Jones for 3. The offensive rebound. Can't cash in from close range. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Becker defended by Jones. Morant wishes to James. It's up a 3. And Jones pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Number 48, Sarunas.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Holmgren can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Here's James. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
At the line for the Thunder, James.
On the free throw, no good. Now Cleveland shooting 43% for the game. Podziemski goes back up. Rose with the double team. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Thunder making a switch here. Hart's checked in.
Number 25, Alan Hart.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Back to James. Holmgren in the corner. Pass to James. Here's Morant. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Ooh, little sweet touch on the floater. Morant has so many shots to choose from in his bag.
And here is Howard. Jones from outside. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Holmgren sets the screen for James. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Up top, Tatum. Guarded by Morant. And the rejection by Morant. Howard, good.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
And here's James outside. Oklahoma City gets it back. Hart finds James. This one for three. And yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Now Tatum. Majemski on the wing. Jones, the pass to Howard. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the three. Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to James. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Holmgren with a screen on Howard. Holmgren in the post. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Tatum with it. Down low. Here's Jones. Off target at the rim.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
James, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Jones sets the pick for Tatum. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Howard against James. From past the arc. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Morant against Tatum. Over Morant. And it's good off the back rim and in. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Yep, it counts.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
The Cavaliers shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. And Howard has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Jacks up a three. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. To the middle. Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. James has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
To the paint, here's Howard. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. 15 points for Howard.
And after he went scoreless in the first half, he's finally getting it going, looking much more comfortable.
James, no good. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting about 42% so far. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Morant. Back to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Howard finds Tatum. Shoots over Morant. Tatum no good.
2 minutes.
The Thunder shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Nice shot by James.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Outside Howard. And James pulls it down. Oklahoma City shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Over Tatum. James, no good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the Great One.
His overall stat line really says it all. I think a triple-double game for him, getting it done everywhere on the floor.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Tatum.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And here's James outside. Cavaliers with the rebound. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
On the wing, James. No good on the triple. And here is Tatum. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.